opening soon, follows the true story of a restaurateur's vision from concept to opening night.
The policy thing is ridiculous. I mean, 50% up front, then you want 10% 2 weeks later, then you want 20% 3 weeks later. It's like, you know, this isn't. We're only spending $14,000. We're not rebuilding the whole, you know, the Empire State Building here.
We have Zoom right now, and it's at the point where there is a solid foundation, which brings you to the fact that you need to get challenged again. Of course, it's a huge risk because you don't know if people are going to be receptive. Is Toronto ready for a high-end Asian restaurant? It's also our reputation that we have to protect. You know, you can, just at the drop of a hat and the drop of many, many dollars spent, you could lose that. But then you know what, that's what makes it so much fun.
We spent like a lot of time looking for a location for Rain. Location is so important. And one of the things that was so great about this location was that it was on a small street, but yet it was still sort of in this area that is very vibrant and lots of activity going on.
This building is a historical landmark building, and it's about 175 years old.
It's a destination location, but yet it's really centrally located, and that's hard to get. What Rain is all about is about sharing, it's about interaction, it's about socializing.
It's always just about it being very, very open.
So this area is really quite cool because it's a lot of lounge and couch seating with ottomans, and the whole concept here is that there really is no proper dining room.
There's places that are like this in Japan, and they're like totally busy. They are the hardest things to operate. And so, of course, having heard that, you know, we still thought we would do it anyway. I'm nervous about this, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
That's gone. And I don't know what we're doing here because these things aren't even lights. We haven't ordered them, so we got to figure something out.
And what about the revolving door? When's that going to be put in?
Did you guys get it yet?
No. We do have one, though, for sure, right?
No.
You don't have one?
You don't have one?
We wouldn't be able to get it until December sometime.
You're not going to have your revolving door.
No, we're not having a revolving. Listen, I got burned on a revolving door from Zoom. I always wanted a revolving door at Zoom. I said, if we ever do another project, we have to have a revolving door.
The worst thing about a restaurant business is like everybody hates dealing with restaurants because they've been burned at some point.
And you know what? They
generally have.
They should feel concerned because there's a lot of idiots that own restaurants, and that's why it's a high risk thing because it has nothing to do with the industry.
So nobody wants to do anything.
Oh yeah, and by the way, you know the electrician that was supposed to be here on Monday to fix our champagne bar is still not here, and so you can probably remind him that if he wants to do all the electrical work for the new place, that he could probably be it'd be wise for him to get his ass down here relatively soon. See, we drive them nuts. You know, and if we ever open up a third place, I think we're going to have a hard time finding people to build it for us. Because through the whole process, we scrutinize everything. But you know what? If you don't, nobody will.
Let's do this one first. This is the fabric that we're going to cover the curtain.
This is the curtain. Now wait a minute. This is key. This is like totally key. It says inherently flame resistant. Oh, so it just shrivels. This is the fabric that's going on this stretch stuff, like it's like scuba gear type thing.
It's really quite neat. I like it a lot.
Which is cool, but you know, you have a pair of pants on.
I know, and they stink.
No offense to the designers, no offense to the contractors, but it's a year process for them, and then they walk from the job, and then we're stuck dealing with what was a great idea but wasn't functional.
So we can't use this.
Look at, see the scratches already?
What are the areas that we really got to be concerned about?
Makeup air unit?
Has Eric talked to HTS and got an estimated time?
6 weeks. They're really busy right now.
I know, but everybody's busy. So basically, then we can't do anything until that thing comes in. If we don't have that, we can't.
I realize that. I realize that.
You know, we just run sushi for the first month. When do you think we, like, legitimately forget about what everybody's saying, you know, blah, 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 December, November, whatever?
I think this makeup air unit's a bit of a problem. If that is the last thing that's coming in the door, and we could put everything in at the last minute, we could potentially do it on the 15th or 16th. My suggestion would be is that we tell everybody we would do it on the 16th, but really plan it for the 23rd, the following Thursday. I think we should do. Don't tell anybody. Just don't tell anybody.
You get the authentic stuff here. You're paying less for it. And then you have, you know, you kid around. You have the interaction with the people, and some of these people know a lot more than the chefs know. This is where we get our education from.
Hello, Sal. How's it going?
How are you?
We got some neat stuff in here today. We got first batch of fresh sorrel. Just came in. It's like fresh rosehip. It's not the European sorrel, that green stuff. It's Jamaican flour. What you do is you take like hundreds of these things, and you make like a fruit punch. It's a traditional Jamaican drink, but you can actually make like a sangria with. You just peel it off and you chuck the seeds out, and then you've got this fresh. It's like a fresh rosehip.
These are all the specialty Asian products, a lot of them, sorry, that we're going to be using. Got the red
Well,
meat.
I've always loved Asian cuisine. I find their flavors, the way they execute everything, really, really interesting. And it's just been a very personal and satisfying thing to my own palate.
This is wood fungus. It's basically a dehydrated fungus. Soak these in water and they blow up 4 times their size, and they're great in soups and salads. They got a great meaty texture, really nice. This is what I'm referring to. You know, in most restaurants, specifically in this area, when they do even the simplest of soups, they use very cheap ingredients. And the thing about Rain is that we are going to use, like, for example, this fungus will go into our soups.
And I'd like to first of all thank everybody for coming down. My name is Michael Rubino. For those of you that we haven't met, and I'm one of the principals in this restaurant, as well as the new project that we're opening up called Rain. What we're going to do is we're going to work really hard on making people feel comfortable. We want people to come in. We want them to have fun. We don't want to have anyone with an attitude. Someone came to me the other day and said, you know, I really like working here because I get up in the morning and I don't feel bad about coming in. You have to make sure that you're excited about what you do and care about what you do, because it takes just as much time to do a bad job as it does to do a good job. What I'd like to do for the opening, okay, first of all, the opening low, we gotta get, I want to just staff to the hill. But I want like nobody without a drink. I want beautiful people hanging out in the front.
Yep.
Okay. Francis, let's talk about what we want to do for the opening party. So we've come up with a bunch of different ideas. One of them we thought would be really cool is to get on a disc, right? And or email, sort of like a mini commercial kind of aspect. It's something that's really short, something that's easy to open, but we want to give nothing away about Rain other than it's something different, something that Toronto has never seen. It's got to be mysterious. It's got to be sexy. It's got to be short and fast, like really fast. You want to play it again, okay? That's it. You want to play it again. You go, wow, that's cool. We're not really happy with the door, like, you know, the finish.
We're gonna try and treat this and like get it to its natural state.
But it looks cool. I really like it.
It will look neat, and because you can see, you know, when you're gonna come in, you're gonna get hit right away. I like that kind of element of surprise.
Yeah.
When you hit this corridor with the ceiling height, you know, have the hostess right there, the coat check over there, like right in your face.
And this looks actually really cool. I really like the way this turned out. And it's going to look amazing with the lights on it.
What's going up on that wall above the door?
A big picture of Mike.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What are they doing in the hood? What's going on with the hood? It finally arrived.
Putting it up on Saturday.
Let's do it right now, can we?
Sure, go for it. I mean, it's really light. It's only, a few 100,000 pounds.
They said they'd have it on the 10th. Then they guaranteed it'd be on the 17th. Today's now the 23rd, and we just got it. And now we've got to hook it up. So it becomes rather problematic in the sense that we can't pretty much have an opening night or open the workplace without cooking. We're not going to open on the 30th. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. There's no way. I mean, we'll send the invites out now for the 7th. There's no way it's going to happen. So. You can't bring the food from Zoom. It's not going to work.
It's not going to
It'll
work.
just be a nightmare. It'll just be an absolute nightmare. So
That might be fun, though.
great.
Rain is located in the theater district of downtown Toronto, Canada. Rain's hours of operation are 5:30 to 10:30 p.m. Monday to Wednesday and until 11 p.m. Thursday to Saturday. The bar continues to stay open until midnight Monday to Wednesday and until 2 a.m. Thursday to Saturday. The typical meal at Rain is served family style, and entrees are shared by everyone at the table. Entrees range from $18 to $33, and sides are $12. Chef Guy Rubino's signature dish is fire-roasted Japanese sirloin with pickled radish slaw. The customer favorite at Rain is the tasting menu. A tasting menu for 2 people costs $85 per person and usually consists of a daily soup, a sashimi plate, 2 to 3 entrees, 2 to 3 sides, and a dessert.
These are watches that were given to us by my mom and dad on opening night of Zoom.
What's cool about my parents is they're always supportive. They're really supportive. Even though they may not agree with what you're doing, they'll always support it. But
If they don't understand, it's
yeah, I mean, they think it's crazy that, we work a lot right now and that we're opening a new place.
See, this is the ironic thing. And they accuse us of working too hard. And then yet, as a child, if I had to go to hockey practice, Mike was taking me. My father wasn't, because my father was always working. And my mom also worked very hard. And they worked very, very hard. So as a result, I did a lot of cooking at home.
They think we're crazy.
They're still really depressed that Mike's still not working at Coopers and Lybrand as an accountant. And they blame me for all of that.
Oh, it's your fault. We've been working on this now for such a long time. I mean, it's been a year that we've been working on this, plus we've been talking about this probably for about 2.5 years, as soon as Zoom was finished. So when you come in, you're just annoyed that everything isn't exactly the way you want it. How about the tables?
Rick told me he's bringing a bunch of stuff in tomorrow.
Well, Rick doesn't
That's
have
what they've been
table.
telling me all along. It'll be
That's
here
what I mean.
tomorrow,
That's what I mean.
but
I
they
know,
never
it's
say
like-
which
he
tomorrow
said today.
specifically.
Promises me the hostess stand's going to be ready. The drink rail's going to be ready. The 2 areas in the lounge bar, or the washroom lounge, the illuminated cubes will be ready. The communal table will be ready, and the windows will be ready for tomorrow. Steven around?
You think there's any way I can get out of this? Do you think Mike would get upset? You think I'm kidding, don't you?
these gentlemen are gonna have lunch. There's like 20 people working in that kitchen right now. Between the Zoom staff, the catering staff, and the Rain people, there's just absolutely zero space. So everyone's sort of fighting for a corner. You can sort of feel the tension in the air. Yeah, it's gonna be really weird having two places. I'm really glad they're closed. I mean, that would make things really easy. It's also, it's awkward because there's so many new people that you don't know who. I mean, there's an element of trust. You know, the fact of the matter is, when it involves alcohol, it involves food and cash and all sorts of things like that, it really comes down to people. You just have to find good people and trust them. How do you shut this thing off? Okay, so I just want to go over just a bunch of stuff for tonight. As you can see, everything isn't exactly here that we wanted to be here. Tonight really is about a bunch of people coming here, and we're making a brief introduction. So the most important thing out of anything is that you smile, that we make them feel welcome, that we're hospitable, and we're welcoming them into our environment. It's the silliest, smallest details that make the difference in this business. And that's what will distinguish this place from all the other places around here. And I probably spent about 2.5 years on talking about this and us finding the right space. I mean, it's been a real collaboration.
It's a wonderful space.
Thank you.
I mean,
and how is Zoom doing?
Zoom is booming.
Is everybody enjoying themselves out there? They having fun? Yeah? Want to take these out? Yeah, all right. We're doing a scallop ceviche, sort of an Asian version of a scallop ceviche, because we're going to be using a lot of Asian ingredients inside the marinade.
I've got some beautiful ahi tuna. Basically, it's a sushi-grade tuna. And you can see the lovely color, as I was saying. It's just cooked enough on the outside, the crust on the inside. And then I also have a peppercorn crisp here.
oh, those are so easy to break. You gotta be so careful.
How are you?
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I'll give you another hug.
Find more at fineliving.com. Real information for real people.